sweaty and stuff. So what I'll show you is just a couple of things involving the bite work, and then I'll show you some other fun stuff too. But like I said, the bite work is where we have our most liability. I mean, you got an animal that is trained to hurt people, you know. I mean, it's not the intent, but that's basically what it is. I mean, he's going to hurt someone if he bites you. It's a mess. So we have to be in control of that, in control of that behavior all the time. So we train and train and train and train, and we hit this stuff like literally every time we train, we're working on control around bite work. And you'll see he is nuts right now. I mean, I've got him listening to NPR in there, and it's still not calming him down. But you know, he's crazy, and it's because of the bite work, and it's just the instinct. It's not like, again, like I said, it's not meanness, it's excitement. He wants to play. It's that drive. It's that abundance of that physical trait that that we're using in order to get him to do this stuff. So what I'll do is this will accomplish two things. Officer Munter is going to go hide in a box. We've got these We've got these 6 training boxes down here. Make sure you check for spiders before you he's going to go hide in one of the training boxes. I don't care, pick whichever one you want. And I'm going to bring Arnold out here, and then I'm going to have Arnold go find him. And so you guys will get to see, and I'll have you guys kind of like come over here so you can actually see the boxes. And you can kind of see how he works. Now this is a little easy. Arnold's been doing this a really long time, so you won't get like probably the full benefit of him working the pattern the way he should. I'm going to make him do it for you, but he's probably going to sit down and know where the guy is already. And it's just because of you know, he's been doing this a long time. But you know, my joke is with Arnold is that if I could teach him to drive, they'd just fire me, because he really doesn't need me too much for anything. So
why will the dog just bite that sleeve? Why won't he bite his leg or something?
Because he's trained, and that's the thing. He knows the game. Like, this is a game, right? And it's always something that we're working on. Is that you don't want them to become equipment fixated, but he knows what the equipment is. Okay. And so and Munter's also trained, I'll say, to catch the dog. Yeah. So he knows how to feed the dog so that that's where the dog bites, and not something else.
Well, now this might sound stupid, but now a bad guy's not going to be running around with that sleeve on.
Correct. So, correct. And usually what you'll get is, which is a great point, usually what you'll get the first time a dog actually has to bite a person for real is you'll get a lot of apprehensiveness, because they're not really sure that that's what they're supposed to be doing. So if I could borrow your arm, you know, you'll get something like, he'll come up and he'll go, whoa, that feels weird, and he'll let go. Yeah. And then you go, ooey, get him, and then he'll go, okay, this is really weird, but it's fun, you know. So and so you'll get that kind of situation. So it's almost every time, the first time the dog bites somebody, it's an apprehensive bite. It won't be very strong. It won't do a lot of damage because the dog's not really sure of himself. But the second bite, all bets are off. Bad guy. We had one guy ran away and didn't stop after several announcements. I can't remember if he was a burglar or if he was a robber. It was one of the two, but his calf muscle was separated from his leg.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, they can, not my bad dog. No, my different dog. But it's I mean, it's very simple. The bite force is incredibly, it's not that much. But it's the way the pressure is exerted. You can actually bite harder than the dog, all right? But it's not. It's actually, you know, it's really not a good skill. That's why we use our hands for everything. He doesn't have hands. He has a mouth. So he knows how to use it, and he actually spreads that bite force over a greater surface area, and he's also got teeth that are more conducive to actually holding on and gnawing and chewing or whatever that he's going to bite. So it's crazy that, yes, but our jaw muscles are stronger than the dog. You know, I've heard different estimates, and it's always argued what the actual bite pressure is. It's not as much as it was, oh, it's 3,000 pounds or whatever. Not really.
Hey,
you know,
don't forget about your...
He's got to cook for a second. He knows the deal. But yeah, so you know, it's basically the amount of pressure, the immediate force. It's about equivalent to dropping a 12-pound bowling ball off a 3-story building. So that's the immediate force that you're going to get. The immediate force, but then it dissipates because then the dog just goes into holding on. So it's a little bit different.
Let's say, sort of going with his question. Let's say you guys
just slide over to that side.
You know, let's say that you're with the bad guys, you're down, you're the only one clear. Is there a command, or is he trained to actually go to the throat?
No, No,
Okay.
no, he's gonna. Well, at that point, all bets are off. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Right.
You've lost the handler, so the dog is gonna do what the dog does. There are guys on the shift who will know to go grab the sleeve out of my car and put that on and try to get him to distract him, to pull him and try to get them to take them, so that they can take him and throw him in the back of a car or whatever. But you'll see, like if a handler gets hurt,
Yeah.
like in a traffic accident or something, it's dangerous for somebody to go in and get them out. Somebody's got to control that dog. That's part of the reason why we have them in a cage, other than the fact that it contains them. He chewed up the inside of my first car because I used to drive with there's a pass-through open. I used to drive through it open, but then I found out I got dog slobber on my keyboard and all that kind of stuff, so I had to quit that. All right, this cool thing is like a little, we'll see if it works today. It's kind of temperamental, but this tells me what the temperature is inside the car. This also has a panic button, and if I'm on a traffic stop and somebody decides they want to fight, I can press this button and he'll come to my rescue. If the car overheats, the air conditioner turns off, if the battery turns off, this thing starts vibrating if I'm within range, and then within 1 minute, once the temperature hits 88 degrees, I'll start getting phone calls. And if I don't answer my phone and return to my car, it starts calling dispatch. And then dispatch will start calling, and there's a protocol to make sure that we don't cook a dog, because other agencies have done that. We got this last year. It was donated to us by the Public Safety Foundation, and it's been a big cool thing for us. So don't be afraid. He knows what he's doing, I hope. But you signed the waiver, so just remember. I'm just gonna do this way because it's fun.
Oh, I love it.
Off! Off! He did it perfectly. He's supposed to come find me. That's all he's supposed to do. He's not supposed to just come running out of the car and bite whoever's out there. He's supposed to just come to me, find me, and then wait for instructions. But again, the benefit of a lot of practice and a lot of experience. Ah! Now watch how crazy he is. Out for a police K9! Come out now, release the dog, and we'll bite you! We do that 4 times. Make sure you do it nice and loud, make sure you give ample warning and enough time to respond. We're going to skip to the end. This is your final warning. I'm setting the dog. If you find him, he will bite you. Find me. Keep sniffing. Where's the bad guy, Dad?
Wow.
Now watch. Good boy. Come on. Look here. Come on. Good boy. Look here. Good boy. Come up. Look here. Come up. Look here. Good boy. Come up. Look here. Come up. Look here. That's the boy. Boy. Look here. You guys should come closer. Bad guy, come on out. Act like. Watch. You watch. I would pick off that. He actually just ripped it off. We'll give him a better bite. Oh boy. He thinks he ripped off his arm. So he's gonna take it back to him and let him play with it. Arnold! Yes! Right, leave it. Loose. Sometimes her teeth get stuck in it. Loose! Hey! Bowie. He's gonna put it back on. We'll give him a better bite. We'll give him like a direct bite. Now this is really like easy, low level, like bite work stuff. You can just come closer. I don't want to make you run, Munzer. So, all right. What we'll do here is we'll do a handler protection drill. So just back up like 3 steps. if I run into a bad guy, I'm like, I want my dog all the time, like around alarms and stuff like that. So I've got him with me. All of a sudden, I got this suspicious person over there. He's, you know, coming out of the building, whatever. I can tell him, you stay right there. Don't make any sudden movements. If you do, my dog will attack. You understand? Yes, sir. Off league. You blind. And so he'll watch. And I'll come over here and I'm like, what are you doing out here tonight, man? Why are you coming out of this building? You know there's nobody supposed to be here right now. And then he says, the heck with you, cop, and then he decides he's gonna fight me and run. Bad day for the bad guy. You know? And on something like that, because it's a threat to me, it'll actually hit him a lot harder than something else. So and he actually caught a bad bite there, so because he got underneath it a little bit. But you'll see he's just gonna play, and as long as Munzer keeps it working, he'll keep doing it. If he starts to relax a little bit, then the dog will calm down. You can just slip it to him, Jason. But you can see, like, he'll bring it around. He's like, look at what I got, you know. And there's no meanness. Like Munzer can reach down and he can actually pet him. You know, it's not an act of aggression. It's a function of work. It's a job. It's a game.
I have a question. If he was really a perpetrator or a bad guy or whatever, would the dog know the difference? Let's say he knew, was a dog handler who was a robber,
right?
And he knew what to do.
Right.
Could he calm the dog?
Probably, possibly. Put it that way. But the thing is that what you guys don't know is that bad guys stink, and not just because they're dirty people, but because when you're afraid, you put off different scents. So that fear scent, that dog knows the difference. So when we do training, you know, it's one thing, and when the bad guy is a cop who's hiding, you know, it's not the same level. When there's a bad guy who's actually hiding, they're like, their heart's racing, they're sweating profusely, and there's this like just stench. I mean, like, not to get all gross, but your anal glands, you know, send out odor and all of this stuff that it just hits them in the head, and it's just like it's like catnip, you know, basically, for lack of a better term. So yeah, so they know the difference. Bad guys are going to be scared. So very cool. That's all I want to do, fight with, man. You're good. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Jason.
Thank you.
Yeah, everybody give Jason a hand. He always helps us out. All right, so the hardest thing to get a dog to do. We'll just do a couple more cool things before we say this. The hardest thing to get a dog to do is to go back to the car. Get him! Now he'll check on the way back. He's like, "What's up, again?"
Yeah.
Wow. I wish I could make my dog.
You see that?
I would take
And
mine.
he's in the back. He's in the back. Yeah, you can close it. Yeah, he's in the back, and he's waiting. You know, for like if there's a difference in the two sides of the car door. Okay, so the panic door that just opened up is not. I don't ever use that door unless I need him to come out and come find me. And he knows when that door opens that he can just jump out. That's it. Just come out. The other door, if the other door opens, he stays there. He stays put. And that's the door that he has to have permission to leave. So he'll come in and come out only when I open the door and say, "Free dog," or "Come out," or do whatever. You know, I'll give him a command of some kind. So what I'll do is I'll show you a little bit of agility, because I love this stuff. It's so much fun. I'll show you a little bit of the agility stuff. He's really usually very good at it. So we'll do that. But you got to get the idea. I mean, that was a really basic bite stuff. We do a lot more high level stuff, a lot more intense, where the bad guys beating them and running hard and slinging them. And I mean, I'll show you something with the rope here in a second. That's lots of fun too. But you'll see how strong their hold is